Good evening, you're watching CNN News 18. My name is Toya Singh. On the show today evening, we're setting the election agenda for you. Thank you for joining us here on the channel this Tuesday evening. What's our top story? Union Home Minister Amit Shah starting the Karnataka leg of his election campaign. We're bringing you ground reports from multiple reporters joining us both in studio and on the ground in Bengaluru rural, which is where the rally is taking place. We'll bring you more context, but Shah has already met with JDS leaders earlier this morning. Remember, the BJP and the JDS are in alliance. Karnataka has 28 seats. The BJP in 2019 pretty much having a clean sweep with 25 of those seats. Right now too, the deal that they've made out with the JDS is very similar. 3 seats to the JDS. We'll just bring the breakdown for you in just a second and tell you how the JDS is featuring in today's rally too. What's the strategic plan that Amit Shah has discussed with leaders? That's question number 1. Question number 2, infighting very much continuing in the Karnataka BJP unit. We've brought you reports of that since early this morning. Why is the infighting taking place? Senior leader of the party, former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa and other leaders in the BJP who are seemingly upset with decisions that they say are being made in favor of him. We'll take a deeper dive into that too. We'll tell you more about what the fight in Karnataka is going to look like. All of that in the show right here today. Let's play out for you very quickly reactions on this show. So what different political leaders on the ground have had to say. Take a look. We'll start with the Home Minister himself.
भाइयों और बहनों, हम सब यहाँ पर आने वाले लोकसभा चुनाव की तैयारी के लिए बैठे हैं। आने वाले लोकसभा चुनाव में एक और भारतीय जनता पार्टी और एनडीए है जो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की ओर से है और मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हम चुनाव के मैदान में हैं और दूसरी ओर परिवारवादी और भ्रष्टाचारियों का गठबंधन ये इंडी अलायंस है। पूरे देश भर में मैं लगभग 60% राज्यों में दौरा कर चुका। मैं जहां पर भी गया, युवा हो, महिला हो, किसान हो, गरीब हो, शहर हो, गांव हो, जहां भी गया सभी लोग मोदी 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 के नारे लगाए।
Okay. The Home Minister about to embark on this roadshow. Let's go over to our colleague Harish just to understand more about what we can expect today. He's joining us from the ground at the site of the rally. Let's go over to him. Might be a little noise in the background. Let's go over to him to understand more about the mood on the ground right now. Harish, good evening. Harish, if you could tell our audiences, just lay the stage for our audiences. Tell us a little bit more about what to expect. We know earlier in the day, Amit Shah met with JDS leaders, and this is as infighting is taking place within the BJP itself over seat distribution. Can you just tell our audiences a little bit more about all the updates since the morning?
Well, 2 significant things that have happened since the morning. One, Home Minister Amit Shah has had a coordination meeting with the JDS. Remember, it's very important for the BJP to ensure that the JDS manages to transfer its votes to the BJP's kitty or the NDA's kitty, especially in constituencies like Bengaluru rural or even Mysore and other seats, because this is where the JDS has a significant vote share, and only if it transfers to the BJP candidate, then they can ensure that they manage to reach especially the old Mysuru region, which hasn't been on the strongest points of the BJP. They're planning to improve their performance here, so that is important. At the same time, on the other hand, in areas where the BJP is strong but is facing some sort of a dissidence issues, for example, in several constituencies in North Karnataka, they've had issues after the tickets were distributed or announced. There are leaders who are miffed with the ticket announcement, and they've been lying low. They haven't campaigned over the last couple of weeks. That's a worry for the BJP. That's one main reason why Amit Shah has had multiple closed door meetings today, sending out a very clear message that everyone needs to fall in line, and the larger aim is to ensure that Prime Minister Modi comes back with a majority of 400 odd seats, and that is the main aim for everybody, and nobody should in fact do anything that hurts the party's chances in any constituency. Leaders from several constituencies where the party is facing issues, whether it's Belagavi, Bidar, Tumkuru, all those places, they've been summoned. Some of them have turned up. Some of them, like Madhuswamy, former ministers and former Minister Madhuswamy, haven't turned up. In fact, K.S. Ishwarappa, another candidate, another senior leader who said that he would contest as an independent from Shimoga, has been called. What we do understand is Union Minister Amit Shah has had interaction with him over the phone. He's been summoned to Delhi tomorrow, but Ishwarappa still maintaining that he will contest as an independent, although he will go and meet the Union Home Minister Amit Shah tomorrow. But he's also told him that he should not force him to withdraw from his decision of contesting as an independent from Shimoga. So Amit Shah trying to ensure that whatever dissidents that's within the party ranks be solved before the party can hit full-fledged into the campaign mode. That's the idea. On the other hand, in a short while from now, here in Patna, where we are coming to you live from, you will have Amit Shah taking out a roadshow. It's an important constituency because Bengaluru Rural is one of the high voltage constituencies this election. The BJP wants to ensure they breach this DK Shivkumar fortress. DK Suresh, his brother, has been winning here since 2013, and it's also an area where the BJP is not very strong, but this time around with the JDS backing them. In fact, former Prime Minister Deve Gowda's son-in-law contesting on a BJP ticket from here. The BJP wants to get this seat, and that's why Union Home Minister Amit Shah's first roadshow in the state ever since the general elections getting announced is happening in Channapatna. The BJP hoping that this constituency, which also has significant number of urban voters despite being named Bengaluru Rural, will get them some votes and finally they can back this seat.
Tell us, Harish, over the last few days, the key issue we've discussed in Karnataka is that of water drought. I just want to ask you, what are the other key issues on voters' minds and how different is the BJP today? 2019 BJP, almost a clean sweep, 25 of the 28 seats. Does the situation look different this time in?
Well, a lot has changed for both the BJP and the Congress. Now, remember, in 2019, the Congress was in power, but with H.D. Kumaraswamy as the Chief Minister. But this time around, the Congress has a full-fledged government here. They've implemented 5 guarantees, and the Congress is hoping that their guarantees and the goodwill that comes from it will translate into votes, especially the women voters who've been getting 2,000 rupees as part of Griha Lakshmi's scheme. That's the idea, or that's the hope that the Congress has. The BJP, for them as well, a lot has changed. Finally, after a terrible performance in the assembly elections, the BJP has tried to set its house in order. They've ensured B.Y. Vijayendra becomes the state president, and B.S. Yediyurappa actively takes part in party matters and campaigning here. And they've also announced their candidates much ahead of Congress, and they're hoping that they can win 25 seats at least. Remember, that's their performance last time around. But many within the Congress saying that they are hoping that they can do well, especially in the reserved constituencies. A lot has changed because in 2019 you had the Congress and the JDS going together. But since the last assembly election, the assessment is that a significant, or perhaps the entire minority vote has shifted towards the Congress, and that is why they perhaps have become stronger and the JDS has become weaker. That's the assessment, and that's why the Congress is hoping that they will do well in constituencies that have higher number of minority voters, or in fact the Ahinda voters, which Siddaramaiah claims he is the undisputed leader.
Okay, Harish, if I could ask you to stay with us. We're going to keep coming back to you to get a deeper dive. Let's just very quickly move on to some breaking news we've got in the Karnataka story. Let's take a look. Okay, BJP sources informing CNN News 18 that in the Home Minister's various meetings today, because remember we told you Home Minister Amit Shah landed in Karnataka earlier today. In the meetings he's had since the morning, he's asked different Karnataka state leaders to work together on strengthening the booths. He's insisted and told them that they need to work together, that's very much the need of the hour to make the alliance with the JDS. Remember, they've got an alliance on 3 seats, JDS on 3 seats, BJP is running on 25. They're hoping that needs to work only with the coordination. We'll go over to our colleagues to get more context on this. Our colleague Payal joins us right now. Payal, the big story since early this morning has been former key leader, Deputy Chief Minister K.S. Ishwarappa, publicly saying that though he's been called to the centre to speak to Amit Shah, the Home Minister, he is already in disagreement with him on what he believes the meeting will be about. We know that there's been disagreements on seat distribution, ticket distribution, specifically in Shivamogga. But can we just ask you very quickly to tell us a little bit more about how the Home Minister on the ground is attempting to handle this?
Well, the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, is known for his plain speak. He's known to speak, very, very directly to people as well. And they do understand that there could be a lot of differences between people as far as the state of Karnataka is concerned, with the fact that they lost the recent assembly election. And that's the reason the one appeal that Amit Shah has made to all the leaders is to come together as a unit. They've been told that the JDS BJP combined is going to work for the welfare of the people of the state. They need to strengthen Prime Minister Narendra Modi's arms, and booth strengthening has been one trick or probably one strategy that has actually worked a big way for the BJP, including the fact that this was something which Amit Shah really championed ever since he became the party president in 2014 onwards as well, and it has reaped rich benefits. But the BJP does understand that there is a lot of disgruntlement amongst the party leaders in terms of ticket distribution. You've seen what has happened to Prahlad Joshi. The seers have gone against him. You've seen what's happened in the Ishwarappa, Yedurappa camp, and that's an old story for many who know Karnataka politics. But the focus right now should be on winning, and we're given to understand that many more visits by the Home Minister will be made to the state of Karnataka. The Karnataka state has been a bastion of the BJP. In fact, it's the second most oldest organization of the Saffron party, and the BJP wants to make sure that at least they are able to repeat the performance of the last time around. The Congress seems to be breathing down on the neck in the fact with the kind of success that they tasted in the assembly elections. But the BJP is hoping that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's magic, and of course the administration, and of course the skill as far as organization is concerned of Amit Shah and JP Nadda will sail them through with this new alliance in place, which is of course the alliance with the JDS.
Can you also tell our audiences, Payal, if I could call it the Yedurappa problem, a key regional leader like B.S. Yedurappa, someone who was the Chief Minister of Karnataka, obviously stepped down for Basavaraj Bommai, but seemingly it is still his name, his leadership that is creating some rifts within the state unit. K.S. Ishwarappa named his long-standing issues with B.S. Yedurappa as his key problem. How is the Home Minister navigating that issue, this issue of a regional satrap and the central leadership and their wishes?
Ishwarappa and Yedurappa, their fight goes back to many years. So obviously that's been something which the BJP is pretty aware of, and they will try to placate Ishwarappa in whatever manner they really can. But as far as the Yedurappa factor is concerned, remember he stepped down upon the party's request as the Chief Minister made way for Basavaraj Bommai, and eventually there were a lot of people who were talking about the fact that Yedurappa's power or probably his impact has weaned out, but the party had to come back to him, and that's the reason today his son B.Y. Vijendra is the party's state president, and Yedurappa is now the member of the parliamentary board as well. So BJP do understand that if they have to get back those Lingayat votes that they actually had restrained them in the last assembly election, it will have to be Yedurappa. Because remember, even when Prahlad Joshi was being attacked by some seers from the Lingayat community, it was Yedurappa who came and quelled the fire and essentially said that they should not be speaking like this as well. So obviously the Yedurappa factor holds a lot of importance as far as this entire affair of Karnataka is really concerned. It seems that his family and he still have a dominating impact as far as the fortunes of the Saffron party in that region is really concerned, in that state is really concerned. But yes, the BJP top leadership definitely will be reaching out to Ishwarappa, trying to placate him in a manner as well, because he's gone all guns blazing at Yedurappa in particular. But the last thing that the BJP wants right now, with the fact that they're building up to the 2024 elections, Toya, is to have any differences crop up at this crucial juncture when the Congress seems to be in a very strong position in the state.
Okay, Payal, stay with us. Let's just take our audiences to more political reactions. These are key voices still coming in. Take a look, then we'll go back to our reporters.
HDK ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಬೇಡ, ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಬೇಡ. ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾನೇ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇಕೆದಾಟುಗೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಾ, ಮಾದಾಯಿಗೆ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಾ, ಆಮೇಲೆ 15 ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಶಿಫಾರಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಾ, ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಭದ್ರಾ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ 5300 ಕೋಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಾ. ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಮಾರಲ್ ರೈಟ್. 5 ತಿಂಗಳಾಯ್ತು, 5 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ₹1 ಬರಗಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಮೂರು ಮೆಮೊರಾಂಡಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ನಲ್ಲಿಂದ 3 ಮೆಮೊರಾಂಡಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು.
In politics, we welcome all opponents. Prime Minister also had made a similar rally. They have called from all over the, more than 10-12 taluks. when both the candidates have joined together. I think they would have conducted rally in a different place, but still they know that it will be a flop, so they have decided to have it in Chenpatna. I wish them all the best.
Okay, let's go over to Harish Upadhyay, who is joining us right now from the ground once again. Harish, when we were earlier talking to you, you were telling us about the key issues for those who are voting across Karnataka. Now tell us about the key dynamics. So we know that caste dynamics have a huge role to play. Dominant castes usually align themselves with different parties in Karnataka. Tell us a little bit more about how that will feature, how the Modi factor will feature. What are the other factors our audiences across the country need to understand?
Well, remember, in several elections, Karnataka has voted on caste lines, and traditionally, it has been the JDS which has managed to walk away with a larger chunk of the Vokaliga votes, one of the most dominant castes numerically in Karnataka. But something has changed since 2023 Assembly election. With DK Shivakumar pitching himself as a possible chief ministerial candidate in the run-up to the election, and with several seers tacitly backing him, a significant chunk of the Vokaliga votes transferred towards the Congress. That is something that we have seen in the last assembly election. And getting that Vokaliga vote is significant if any party has to gain upper hand in the old Mysuru region. This is one region where the BJP hasn't done well traditionally. Although they've improved their vote share in this region in the 2023 assembly election, they want to ensure that they reach a point where they can win seats comfortably, Lok Sabha seats comfortably. For example, in a constituency like Mandya, eventually the BJP would want to win that seat, but it's the heartland of Vokaliga politics, and at this point in time, the BJP doesn't have a major Vokaliga face in their ranks. Yes, there's somebody like R. Ashok and others, but the community doesn't see them as a tall leader. That's the problem for the BJP. On the other hand, other thing that has changed ever since the assembly election last year is that the minorities seem to be strongly with the Congress in Karnataka at least. That has got only further consolidated with their guarantees. So shifting that would be a humongous task for the JDS, and they don't seem to be attempting to do that, because the main reason why they've gone with the BJP is because they've given up hope that they would at any point in time manage to move back the minority voters, and that is also one of the main reasons why many say Nikhil Kumaraswamy lost from the Ramnagara constituency. So that is how it's playing out. It's now a fight for the OBC votes. That is something that's happening between the Congress and the BJP, and the Lingayats have been traditionally with the BJP, and just last election, because of Jagdish Shettar and Savri, they did lose a fraction of the Lingayat votes, especially in North Karnataka region. But the BJP will be hoping that with B.Y. Vijayendra being made as the state president and B.S. Yediyurappa being appointed in the parliamentary board and him being active, will ensure that Lingayat vote comes back to the BJP. And the assessment is that they will all vote to the BJP. Looking at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, assembly elections are a different ball game, and that has been the case at least over the last 2 to 3 decades in Karnataka. People have voted differently in assembly and Lok Sabha elections. They do make the distinction very clear on who they're voting for, which government they're voting for.
People vote differently. Harish will take that and go to our colleague Payal, who remains with us, to ask her a little more. Payal, in the last few weeks, we've talked about how important the BJP's South push is for it. And right now, in those 130 seats, currently, it's in Karnataka that a majority of the BJP seats lie. Can you tell our audiences the elections that took place recently, the assembly elections in Bangalore last year, that led to the Congress government coming in? Since then, have you seen the BJP take more action on the ground to check in on the ground situation in Karnataka? Is there at all a sense of nervousness that you sense in the unit?
Well, as far as the BJP is really concerned, from the assembly onwards, the BJP has been trying to work on ground, and the BJP is trying to put many leaders to the election test. Also, given the fact that Basavaraj Bommai himself is going to be contesting from Haveri, there's Jagdish Shettar who's also in the fray. Both of these leaders have been former chief ministers in the BJP ruled state as well. It is the second oldest organization. It has been an organization that has actually weathered the storm as far as BJP's lack of having any impact whatsoever down south is really concerned. That's the only state that they've been in power. That's the only state that has given them seats as well. well. And that's the reason, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe Harish can correct me, that 13 to 14 out of the 28 seats, the BJP has changed its candidates. Some, of course, have been by way of compulsion, given the fact that leaders felt that they were old or probably they did not want to contest. Like, in the Haveri, Shiv Kumar Udasi said that he would like to opt out of the election because he wanted to focus on his business. So the BJP is taking those calls. In some constituencies, for example, Shobha Karanaje was moved from that constituency and brought to North Bangalore because there was a lot of anger against her as well. They have dropped a number of very, very controversial names, whether it is, of course, Nalin Katil, who's been making controversial remarks, or even the Uttar Kannada candidate. So the BJP has taken those steps in place. They are hoping that at least with the power of the double engine growth that they speak about, even though the Karnataka state is ruled by the Congress party, but they will want to believe that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the one who can actually bring development to the state of Karnataka. He can work towards the welfare of the people of Karnataka, and this is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's election, and possibly the most important election of his life, given the fact that he's looking to seal the fate of not just the BJP with 400, but also looking to become the Prime Minister for the third time in a row.
Okay, Payal and Harish, thank you for joining us and bringing us that context. Our colleague Harish right now is bringing us live updates from the rally, so we'll keep checking in with him. Right now, though, we're going to bring you quick summaries of stories taking place across the country. We're keeping an eye on the elections, so rallies across the country, starting with the Prime Minister, who kick-started his Uttarakhand campaign today by holding a rally in Rudrapur. The Prime Minister hailed government schemes benefiting women. Remember, the BJP had a clean sweep of the entire Uttarakhand region in 2019. They're obviously hoping to repeat that this time too. We'll just play out for you a small bite from the rally that took place in Uttarakhand. Take a look.
आज उत्तराखंड हर प्रकार की आधुनिक कनेक्टिविटी से जुड़ रहा है। उत्तराखंड में भाजपा ने गरीबों को 85,000 पक्के घर बनाकर दिए हैं। उत्तराखंड में भाजपा ने 12 लाख घरों तक पानी का कनेक्शन पहुंचाया है। यहां भाजपा सरकार ने 5.5 लाख से ज्यादा शौचालयों का निर्माण कराया है।
Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami in that same event felicitating the Prime Minister. Dhami is one of the party's 40 star campaigners for the Lok Sabha polls. Remember, the BJP is hoping they'll win all 5 Lok Sabha seats once again this time in the elections. Take a look at what Dhami had to say.
यहाँ की 500 सीट जीतकर 400 का जो लक्ष्य है उसको पूरा करने में हम सहयोग करेंगे। हमारा पूरा उत्तराखंड सहयोग करेगा। भाइयों बहनों, आज कोई दुश्मन हमारी ओर आंख उठाकर देखने की हिम्मत नहीं करता है। मेरा मानना है कि यही मोदी जी की गारंटी है कि आज का नया भारत पुनः विश्व गुरु के साथ साथ विश्व शक्ति बनने के मार्ग पर भी तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है।
Okay, we're taking you now to the winter capital of Maharashtra, Nagpur. Union Home Minister Nitin Gadkari held a roadshow in southwest Nagpur. The Deputy Chief Minister of the state of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, also present with the Union Minister. Remember, Nitin Gadkari is the BJP's Lok Sabha candidate from Nagpur constituency. He is, as we speak, already a sitting MP from the seat. And now we're taking you up to Uttar Pradesh, where the BJP's candidate from Meerut, Arvind Kejriwal, filed his nomination in presence of the Deputy Chief Minister Keshav Prasad Maurya. Remember, Kejriwal joined the BJP back in 2021 and he's best known for having played Ram in the famous Ramayana TV series. Now he replaced the 3-time sitting MP Rajendra Agarwal, who'd been holding the Meerut seat since 2004. Take a look.
जनसंपर्क में जितना भी मैंने देखा, मुझे पूरा उम्मीद है कि जितना प्यार और जितना सम्मान मुझे आज तक मिलता रहा है, यहाँ इलेक्शन की बात सुनकर मेरठ में वो पहले से भी ज़्यादा मिल रहा है। मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी का धन्यवाद भी करना चाहूँगा और उसके लिए उसमें मैं सहयोग करके जो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री ने इस बार कहा है कि 400 का आंकड़ा पार होगा, उन्होंने आज तक जो कहा है वो पूरा किया है और आई एम श्योर कि ये भी पूरा होगा बिल्कुल।
And now, in a move that was widely expected to take place, the Samajwadi Party on Monday changing its Lok Sabha poll candidate for the same seat we just discussed. They've now announced the name of their nominee for the Agra seat also. So the party has named Atul Pradhan from the Meerut seat that we just discussed. They've also named Suresh Chandra Kadam from Agra in their latest list. Samajwadi Party had earlier fielded a different person in the same Meerut seat. It's expected that Arvind Kejriwal's name has made them now change the name that they fielded. And down south in Karnataka, the Election Commission issuing a notice to the Karnataka Chief Minister's son, Yatindra Siddaramaiah. The notice was issued to Yatindra Siddaramaiah over the Gunda remark that he made about the Home Minister, Amit Shah. The Election Commissioner has asked Yatindra to reply to that notice. And we're taking you now to Madhya Pradesh, where the Congress candidate from Chhindwara, the Lok Sabha constituency of Chhindwara, Nakul Nath's wife Priya Nath held a campaign in support of Nakul Nath. She said that people of Chhindwara have always blessed the Congress and that she's confident that Nath, who is the son of senior Congress leader Kamal Nath, will win from Chhindwara.
मैं पिताजी कमलनाथ जी को देखती हूँ तो दुख होता है। मैं आप सबकी आवाज बुलंद करने आई हूँ और आपको ये विश्वास दिलाने आई हूँ कि हम एक नई क्रांति के साथ आगे बढ़ेंगे। हम 44 साल से साथ थे, साथ हैं और वो शक्ति नहीं पैदा हुई जो 44 दिन में ये रिश्ता खत्म कर दे।
Okay, let's take you from Karnataka now to Bihar, where the RJD President Lalu Prasad Yadav's daughter Rohini Acharya kick-starting her election campaign today. Hundreds of RJD supporters greeting Rohini Acharya on her roadshow. Lalu Yadav's daughter is contesting the Lok Sabha elections from the Saran Lok Sabha constituency. This is as obviously as an RJD candidate. Take a look. And former Union Minister Pashupati Kumar Paras, along with his nephew Prince Raj, meeting the BJP National President JP Nadda in Delhi. JP Nadda shared these pictures of the meeting. Remember, the meeting comes after Pashupati Paras met the Prime Minister on the 30th of March. And we're going to be heading into a quick break. On the other side, more of our channel's coverage of the elections. We're bringing you the election agenda in just a few minutes.
Let's take a look at what actually the 2015 RTI reveals on the Katchatheevu island that has been cited by the Congress party. Now, it states that 1974 agreement did not involve either acquiring or ceding of territory. This is what the 2015 RTI reveals, the territory that belongs to India, since the area in question had never been demarcated. So this is what 2015 RTI reveals, that the area was never demarcated, and under the agreements, the island of Katchatheevu is on the Sri Lankan side of the water of the India-Sri Lanka International Maritime Boundary Line. This is what was there in the 2015 RTI, which has now been cited by the Congress party while hitting back at the centre over the allegations on Katchatheevu. Pallavi continues. Pallavi and Aman continue to stay with us. Pallavi, now coming to you. The claim that is coming in from the Congress party is that there are discrepancies in the 2015 RTI report and the 2024 RTI report, and they have even questioned that, is that because the elections are near?
Absolutely. In fact, the whole of yesterday, the Congress party, Anjali, has been consistently making the point that, first of all, which I just mentioned, if like when the Prime Minister spoke about it for the first time in Lok Sabha in 2023, why is it that the government is now raking this up issue? They had enough of time because they are in power, clearly, and they could have done something about it, because the BJP has always claimed to, and the government has always claimed to have a very robust foreign policy. And, you know, it could have been very easily done. And why was it not done? Second, I mean, a leader after leader has gone on to say that this is just a selective usage of the RTI report. Whatever side suits the BJP narrative, they pick it up and they try to create a narrative. They're trying to create a rift between the DMK and the Congress. Like, more than a Congress, which is, of course, a national level party and also has stakes in Tamil Nadu, DMK is a Tamil Nadu based party. That's an emotive factor, because Tamil versus Tamil, along with Sri Lanka, is always had that very deep emotional connect for generations, as we were talking about, Anjali. So what is the BJP trying to do politically? Stoke and provoke the DMK to ask them this question: look, isn't the Congress becoming a liability for you? How are you going to respond to that? And when we are going to see the election dates nearing in Tamil Nadu, of course the BJP is going to build up the tempo on this. That's what they are doing vis-a-vis the DMK. But moving beyond that at the national level, as I just pointed out, of course they are going to push the narrative that the Congress has always been against nationalism. 2019 Lok Sabha elections, Pulwama, Balakot airstrikes, something which the BJP has never allowed the Congress to forget. And that's the point which Congress has been saying. That Antik Vijay Singh, I remember, Udit Raj, all of them would say, let elections come. BJP will find out an agenda and they're going to push it and they're going to try and play the nationalism card. That's exactly what the Congress is now accusing the BJP of.
All right, Pallavi, please stay with us. Aman, now coming to you, in yesterday's press conference that was held by External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, he said that it was the Congress that gave away the island, but it was the DMK that hid it. In fact, the 2024 RTI also mentions that Karunanidhi was very well taken into confidence, and he took this decision to not make any public stand for obvious political reasons. So what could have been these obvious political reasons?
Well, Anjali, that is the real damaging part for the DMK here. You know, DMK always...
Every day on the show, we're going to zoom in on one constituency in particular and tell you a little bit more about the mood on the ground in that constituency. We're starting today by taking you Uttar Pradesh, the state that is perhaps most important in terms of the number of seats it brings. 80 seats brought by Uttar Pradesh onto the Lok Sabha table. We're taking you to Gautam Buddh Nagar in particular. It's one of Uttar Pradesh's key Lok Sabha constituencies. This is a constituency that encompasses Noida, where we are, Dadri, Jewar, Sikandrabad and Khurja. Now, over the years, it's been a battleground for all major political parties in Uttar Pradesh. So the BJP, the BSP, the Congress, the Samajwadi Party. Our colleague Siddhant Mishra brings you this exclusive ground report on the mood. Take a look.
Well, if I ask you which is the most cleanest, greenest and affordable city in Delhi NCR, then you're right. The answer is Noida city. Now, this Noida city falls under Gautam Buddh Nagar constituency. This constituency starts from Noida and spreads till Bulandshahr in Uttar Pradesh. And this constituency came into existence in 2008. This Lok Sabha constituency has 5 Vidhan Sabha seats, which are Noida, Jewar, Dadri, Khurja and Sikandrabad. In this report, we'll be talking to the people and we'll try to understand the mood on ground, and perhaps we'll talk to them about the real issues of common man from Gautam Buddh Nagar constituency.
Even after 3 to 5 years, you will not get a result.
What are the real issues that you face every day when you live in Noida?
I feel there are 2-3 issues which should be addressed at the earliest. One is the traffic management.
Okay.
Traffic management is not up to mark. There are lots of violations. We have to address the pollution aspect of. Though Noida may not be that bad when you talk about overall NCR, but still the level is not good.
Sir, we were talking about the sewage problem in Noida, the open sewage problem, in fact, and what are your thoughts on that? What are your views on that?
Why do we have to, as society members or RWA, need to keep putting it across to the administration? It should happen automatically.
How is the response time of police in Noida? And do you really feel safe in Noida, maybe late in the evening, at nights, walking on the roads?
I've been in Noida for 30 years and I would say we have come a long way.
We've come a long way.
We've come a long way. So I think we are in a good space, but I would want more.
Okay.
Right? Okay. I would not trust my daughter to go out alone after 11 o'clock. I manage a huge workforce, right? When these young girls who come to work, when they go, I'm honestly worried. We give a company transport till they reach home, and we have a mechanism where they say we have reached home. So I don't think we still have that safety.
This is also criticism that they do for Bharatiya Janata Party कि देश में विपक्ष खत्म कर दिया है, and the same is an allegation on you कि गौतम बुद्ध नगर में विपक्ष खत्म कर दिया है. How do you like to take this allegation?
देखिए, nobody can finish anybody. Nobody can finish the vipaksh or something like that. It's their bad deeds, whether it is in my constituency or whether at national level, that the opposition is dying or practically dead. It is true. They have not been able to do justice with the role which they have been destined to. They have not done justice to that. Rather, they were intermingling in issues which were not relevant.
सबसे पहले ये बताइए कि एयरपोर्ट यहाँ पे आ रहा है, एक डेडलाइन सेट ही की गई है कि एयरपोर्ट बनेगा और उससे जिसे कहते हैं कि पूरा पश्चिमी उत्तर प्रदेश का विकास होगा, न सिर्फ जेवर या गौतम बुद्ध नगर जिले का, सब जगह होगा। अगर बात करूं रोजगार की विधायक जी, तो जो आम युवा है जेवर का या जो आम युवा है गौतम बुद्ध नगर का, उसको कैसे रोपिन किया जाएगा जब एयरपोर्ट बनेगा?
देखिए, 2017 से पहले इस जेवर क्षेत्र में ना तो कोई औद्योगिक विकास था, ना आवागमन के साधन थे। 2017 में प्रदेश के मुखिया योगी आदित्यनाथ जी बने, उसके बाद से जेवर की तकदीर ने जो बदलाव देखा वह आपके सामने।
देखो जी, किसानन की तो जमीन जा रही है, विधायक जी ने कही और सब कह रहे हैं, विधायक जी की बात ना है, ये हमारी माँ जा रही है, अब हम कहीं बसें कहीं जाके, तो कम से कम ऐसे तो बस जाए ठीक ठाक, मतलब अपनी गुजर बसर करते हैं। अब जो पहले जो मुआवजे दिए गई तो बहुत थोड़ी दिए गई, या तो हमारे एरिया को एक भी किसान संतुष्ट ना है।
Noida's growing real estate sector and increasing presence of manufacturing and electronics industries, as well as its proximity to Delhi, make it a major business and commercial center in North India.
वालिया साहब, अगर बिजनेस कम्युनिटी से बात करें तो क्या कुछ हुआ है और क्या उम्मीदें हैं जो किया जा सकता है बेटर करने के लिए?
नहीं, मोदी जी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है बिजनेस के लिए। हमारा बिजनेस ग्रो कर रहा है धीरे धीरे, और जब से मोदी जी आए काफ़ी अच्छा हो गया। योगी जी के आने से यहाँ पे जो पहले व्यापारियों को डर लगता था वो डर खत्म हो गया।
बदलाव तो हो ही रहे हैं, ऐसी कोई शिकायत नहीं। बस एक ही शिकायत है, ऑनलाइन बिजनेस ने हमारा धंधा बंद कर रखा है। बस
ऑनलाइन ने बंद कर रखा है।
हाँ, हमारे कस्टमर्स, भाई कस्टमर्स हमारे आते ही नहीं है।
BJP has once again put its faith in sitting Gautam Buddh Nagar MP Mahesh Sharma. His frequent interactions with residents and speedy redressal of their issues has won him a ticket again.
How will you assure that people get good drinking water in their houses?
See, this is true. Because this belt where the city has been developed used to be called as a Yamuna River's Khadar. Barren land this was. Not fertile land. Now what has happened, the TDS of that area, water is, even it crosses 2000. Permitted limits is around 500 or so. It is really a matter of concern. But our government has taken initiatives. Ganga Nahar water in all those where TDS crosses above 500. They will be given Ganga water. The process has already started connecting Ganga Nahar from that place to this place.
With cities like Noida and Greater Noida, Gautam Buddh Nagar has become one emerging destination on the map of India for investors. With the announcement of airport, film city and the new data center policy, this constituency is prepared to give tough competition to cities like Bengaluru and Hyderabad. Well, till elections, we will keep on bringing special reports from various constituencies of Uttar Pradesh. Till then, goodbye.
Okay, let's now bring you an update on the Congress. The Congress today released its 11th list of 17 candidates for the forthcoming Lok Sabha elections. And one big takeaway, Y.S. Sharmila has been nominated to represent Kadapi in Andhra Pradesh. Why is this such big news? Y.S. Sharmila is the sister of the current sitting Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, and she joined the Congress in January. What does her nomination mean? To bring us a much deeper dive on this, my colleague Swastika with this interview. Take a look.
Congress party has fielded Y.S. Sharmila from Kadapa, where she will be taking on her cousin and sitting MP Avinash Reddy. Interestingly, this is the first ever election for Sharmila where she will be contesting. Up until 2019, Sharmila was always seen as behind the scenes person and had extensively campaigned for her brother Jagan Mohan Reddy even when he was in jail, and also helped him come to power in 2019. But following their bitter fallout, Y.S. Sharmila first forayed on her own into Telangana politics, where she floated her party, YSR Telangana Party, but unsuccessfully had to step back following lack of support on the ground and lack of funds as well. Subsequently, in January this year, she joined force with the Congress and was named as the Andhra Pradesh Congress chief, wherein she was given the charge of leading the party from the front.
Big news coming in from Jammu and Kashmir, where the former Chief Minister and the Azad Party Chief, Ghulam Nabi Azad, is going to be running from the Anantnag Rajouri seat. That's what we're learning. Remember, the Kashmir Valley has 3 parliamentary seats and this is one of them. We'll bring you more context. But why is this so key? Remember, this is the same seat that is usually considered Mehbooba Mufti, also a former Chief Minister. She's the People's Democratic Party, the PDP's president. That's usually her seat. And it's not just that, the National Conference has also announced the candidature of a senior party leader, Mia Altaf Ahmad Lawri, from the same seat. Take a look at what Ghulam Nabi Azad had to say.
Today we have requested you about Anantnag seat. There were meetings in Poonch and Rajouri. Then the core committee met and we have decided that Shri Ghulam Nabi Azad will contest from Rajouri.
Let's go over to our colleague Ishan Vani to understand more on this. Ishan Vani, the first popularity test for Ghulam Nabi Azad now right around the corner. Azad's party has often been criticized by the National Conference and the PDP, those 2 other parties that are competing in the same region, as being the B team of the BJP. Now we're seeing him running from this seat in particular. Just set up the situation for us, Ishan.
Well, this will be the first test of Ghulam Nabi Azad after taking an exit from the Congress. He has formed his own party and he has gone on to form this party where he is now going to contest from an all-important Anantnag Rajouri seat. In the delimitation, it was redrawn, its boundaries have been redrawn and parts of Poonch and Rajouri have been included on this seat. NC has already announced a candidate as Mia Altaf as their candidate, who enjoys a popularity among Gujar community. He's the spiritual leader, and then also he has the potential to go on and contest and can possibly be one of the important candidates from that seat. To speak more about why Azad has been chosen, I have with me senior leader of DAPA. You have been a minister yourself. You minister भी थे पहले और आप खुद भी उधमपुर कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी से लड़ रहे हैं. क्यों किया आपने आज डिसाइड कि आज़ाद साहब को ही इस सीट पे लड़ना चाहिए? क्योंकि इस सीट पे चाहे महबूबा मुफ्ती हो, उनकी भी नज़र है, या पॉपुलर लीडर है यहाँ पे, गुजर लीडर है मियाँ बशीर, उनकी भी कैंडिडेचर अनाउंस हुई है, मियाँ अल्ताफ. तो आप क्यों चाहते हैं कि वहाँ पे गुलाम नबी आज़ाद लड़े?
देखिए, इससे कबल 1 महीना पहले जब गुलाम नबी आज़ाद साहब पीर पंजाब में उनके साथ था, बहुत बड़े बड़े जलसे हुए, वो पुंछ में, राजौरी में, मेंढर में, नौशहरा में, सुंदरबनी में, और उसके बाद लोगों ने इतना कहा कि आज़ाद साहब आप यहाँ से लड़िए, हमारा बच्चा बच्चा आपको वोट देगा. और उसके बाद यहाँ पे कश्मीर में बड़ी बड़ी पब्लिक मीटिंग हुई, जो पहले पहलगाम में हुई, उसके बाद कोकरनाग में हुई, शांगस में हुई, देवसर में हुई, फिर चार शरीफ में हुई. वहाँ भी लोग इसलिए ज़्यादा आए कि आज़ाद साहब को मजबूर करें कि वो इस सीट पे इलेक्शन खुद लड़े, क्योंकि लोगों को याद था कि जो गुलाम नबी आज़ाद साहब ने 2.5 साल चीफ मिनिस्टर गुजारी, वो एक जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत, और जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए एक नया कश्मीर, जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए खुशहाल कश्मीर, जम्मू कश्मीर को गुलदस्ता पेश किया हिंदू मुस्लिम भाईचारे का. और खास करके जो टूलिप यहाँ पे बनाया, जो टूरिस्ट जून में आता था वो जनवरी में आने शुरू हो गया, हज हाउस बनाया, जम्मू में यात्री भवन बनाया. लिहाजा उस दौर को देखते हुए, और 70,000 नौकरियां उन्होंने लगानी थी, जब इनने पोस्ट महबूबा मुफ्ती ने वापस ली तो वो रह गई, लोगों को नुकसान हो गया.
Thank you. So yes, exactly as you heard that there were several factors that the party has considered before announcing his name. Yes, it will be a very important and tough battle for Ghulam Nabi Azad, but nonetheless he will use his entire team and force to go there, and we are told that he will extensively campaign in Rajouri, Poonch, which has now been included in Anantnag seat. This has been a bastion for the PDP, but the boundaries have been redrawn. Pulwama has been excluded. A lot of things have happened. So let us see that whether Mehbooba Mufti or Ghulam Nabi Azad or Mia Bashir, Mia Altaf, who will be the candidate, who will win that all-important seat, and because other parties are yet to announce their candidates, including the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Ishan, thank you for that context. We're going to head into a quick break. On the other side, of course, we continue to set the election agenda for you. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
Let's take a look at what actually the 2015 RTI reveals on the Katchatheevu island that has been cited by the Congress party. Now, it states that 1974 agreement did not involve either acquiring or ceding of territory. This is what the 2015 RTI reveals, the territory that belongs to India, since the area in question had never been demarcated. So this is what 2015 RTI reveals, that the area was never demarcated, and under the agreements, the island of Katchatheevu is on the Sri Lankan side of the water of the India-Sri Lanka International Maritime Boundary Line. This is what was there in the 2015 RTI, which has now been cited by the Congress party while hitting back at the centre over the allegations on Katchatheevu. Pallavi continues. Pallavi and Aman continue to stay with us. Pallavi, now coming to you. The claim that is coming in from the Congress party is that there are discrepancies in the 2015 RTI report and the 2024 RTI report, and they have even questioned that, is that because the elections are near?
Absolutely. In fact, the whole of yesterday, the Congress party, Anjali, has been consistently making the point that, first of all, which I just mentioned, if like when the Prime Minister spoke about it for the first time in Lok Sabha in 2023, why is it that the government is now raking this up issue? They had enough of time because they are in power, clearly, and they could have done something about it, because the BJP has always claimed to, and the government has always claimed to have a very robust foreign policy. And, you know, it could have been very easily done. And why was it not done? Second, I mean, a leader after leader has gone on to say that this is just a selective usage of the RTI report. Whatever side suits the BJP narrative, they pick it up and they try to create a narrative. They're trying to create a rift between the DMK and the Congress. Like, more than a Congress, which is, of course, a national level party and also has stakes in Tamil Nadu, DMK is a Tamil Nadu based party. That's an emotive factor, because Tamil versus Tamil, along with Sri Lanka, is always had that very deep emotional connect for generations, as we were talking about, Anjali. So what is the BJP trying to do politically? Stoke and provoke the DMK to ask them this question: look, isn't the Congress becoming a liability for you? How are you going to respond to that? And when we are going to see the election dates nearing in Tamil Nadu, of course the BJP is going to build up the tempo on this. That's what they are doing vis-a-vis the DMK. But moving beyond that at the national level, as I just pointed out, of course they are going to push the narrative that the Congress has always been against nationalism. 2019 Lok Sabha elections, Pulwama, Balakot airstrike, something which the BJP has never allowed the Congress to forget. And that's the point which Congress has been saying. That Katchatheevu saying, I remember, Udit Raj, all of them would say, let elections come. BJP will find out an agenda and they're going to push it and they're going to try and play the nationalism card. That's exactly what the Congress is now accusing the BJP of.
All right, Pallavi, please stay with us. Aman, now coming to you, in yesterday's press conference that was held by External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, he said that it was the Congress that gave away the island, but it was the DMK that hid it. In fact, the 2024 RTI also mentions that Karunanidhi was very well taken into confidence, and he took this decision to not make any public stand for obvious political reasons. So what could have been these obvious political reasons?
Well, Anjali, that is the real damaging part for the DMK here. You know, DMK always has taken a public stand that it did.
Welcome back. You're watching CNN News 18 and we're bringing you the election agenda a few weeks before election start. Let's take you to one more ground report. This one coming in from West Bengal, where my colleague Kamalika Sen Gupta spoke with the MOS home and BJP's candidate from Cooch Behar, Nisit Pramanik, on the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. Remember, Pramanik is someone who has at one point been a TMC leader himself in his youth. He then joined the BJP. He's been renominated from the seat in northern West Bengal. Take a look. This is an interview.
We have been following you all through the day, a lot of meetings, campaigns all together. How is the जोश? जोश कैसा है?
ना देखिए, स्केड्यूल तो बहुत बिजी है और इस समय में बिल्कुल इलेक्शन की पहले कैंपेनिंग के टाइम पे बहुत ही ज़्यादा कार्यक्रम रहता है, लेकिन फिर भी जब जनता जहाँ पर भी जाते हैं, जब जनता जब दोनों हाथ भरकर, आम आदमी जब दोनों हाथ भरकर आशीर्वाद करते हैं, तो ये जोश जो है ये दिन ब दिन बढ़ता ही जाता है। और लोगों की ये आशीर्वाद और लोगों की आंखों में जो पॉजिटिव वाइब्रेशन, जो प्यार, जो ये ही हम लोगों को और ज़्यादा जोशीला करते हैं।
5 साल पहले आपने तृणमूल कांग्रेस छोड़ा और एकदम चैलेंज लेके आपने अपने मैदान में आया। उस टाइम में 18 सीट पॉकेट में नहीं था, 2 सीट पॉकेट में था बीजेपी का। 5 साल पहले और 5 साल बाद क्या बदलाव है निश्चित में?
देखिए, पहली बात तो मैं ये कहूँगा कि जो पहले चुनाव होने से पहले तब कैंडिडेट था और जब चुनाव में जीत गया उसके बाद मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट हुआ, और जब संसद भवन में गया तो वहाँ बहुत कुछ सीखने को भी मिला। और उसके बाद जब माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, गृह मंत्री जी ने आशीर्वाद किया, भरोसा रखा, विश्वास रखा मेरे ऊपर, जब मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम में गया और माननीय अमित शाह जी जैसा एक महान नेता, युग पुरुष नेता के साथ कार्य करने की सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ। मैं कहूँगा कि दुनिया में ऐसा कोई इंस्टीट्यूशन ही नहीं है जो इतना कुछ सिखा सकते हैं। उनके पास से जो सीखा, जो सीखने को मिला, मैं अपने आप को बहुत सौभाग्यशाली मानता हूँ कि इतना कुछ मैंने सीखा उनके पास से।
5 साल बाद फिर से एक बार कुछ बिहार का जनता, व्हाई विल दे वोट यू?
देखिए, पहली बात तो ये है कि लोगों को पता है कि कोई भी अगर कोई समस्या लेके मेरे पास आता है तो उसका समाधान होता है, और मैं अपने दिल से कोशिश करता हूँ, प्रयास करता हूँ उनकी समस्या की समाधान करने का। वो कोई भी पार्टी से आए, चाहे तृणमूल से आए, चाहे बीजेपी से आए। और ये 5 साल मुझे कार्य करने का अवसर भी मिला, और इस समय काल में मैं जितना भी लोगों के साथ मिला, सभी लोग दोनों हाथ भरकर आशीर्वाद किया। उन लोगों का समस्या का समाधान भी मैंने किया, और कुछ तो ऐसा भी लोग हैं कि अपना परिवार का एक अंश ही बन गया। तो ये सभी प्यार और आशीर्वाद यही फिर से एक बार शायद जीतने का सौभाग्य देगा। और मैं ये भी करना चाहूँगा कि लोगों को पता है, मैं हमेशा जहाँ पर अपराध देखा, जहाँ पर अन्याय देखा, वहाँ पर मैंने प्रतिवाद किया। ऐसा नहीं है कि मंत्री होकर मैं एसी रूम में, ठंडा रूम में बैठकर मैंने आराम किया। सुबह 6 बजे से लेकर रात 12 बजे तक कोई भी अगर मेरे घर में आते हैं तो मेरे साथ बिना मिले वो नहीं जाते हैं। और मुझे लगता है यही अपनापन, क्योंकि मैं अपने आप को मंत्री, एमपी या नेता के बदले एक कार्यकर्ता।
Okay, and lastly, on the show, ahead of the Lok Sabha election, CNN News 18's Aman Sharma decodes the pulse of Amroha, which is set to witness a fierce battle between the BJP on one side and the Congress Aam Aadmi Party alliance on the other. This is our last report for you. Thank you for joining us this evening as we set the election agenda with you. Take a look.
We are at Shiva Dhaba, Mama Yadav, one of the most recognizable food eating places you will see when you drive in Western UP, and we are at the Shiva Dhaba, Mama Yadav near Amroha, and this is the food we are ordering here today, and me and my VJ Arjun Singh after a long trip to Western UP for 3 days. And so this is very famous because wherever you go, Gad Mukteshwar, Meerut, Amroha, even Jaipur, Mathura, Mama Yadav remains a very popular name for eating, and we see people from all over here, and you can see a big Lord Shiva photo here. So that's why Shiva Dhaba, and there you can see Mama Yadav's picture right behind me. That is the owner of the place whose photos you will find on all hoardings here in of the restaurant. When you drive through, it's hard to miss them. So we'll just ask the people. So ये क्या स्पेशलिटी है आपकी, थोड़ा में बताएंगे क्या क्या है?
सर ये कुल्लर लस्सी है सर, आपने स्पेशल हमारे सर कसूरी में आएगा सर, मलाई डाल के जी। और इसके बाद ये दाल मखनी है सर, काजू करी, कढ़ाई पनीर और लस्सी बेस्ट ज़्यादा सर।
तो ये नरगसी कोफ्ता?
हाँ जी सर, नरगसी कोफ्ता सर, काजू गार्लिक के सर इसमें स्पेशल। दाल मखनी आके स्पेशल है सर, ज़्यादा गेस्ट लाइक करते दाल मखनी को। बाकी ये लस्सी है सर, लस्सी ज़्यादा बेस्ट है हमारे। उसके बाद सर कुल्लर चाय है यहाँ पे,
कुल्लर चाय, तो वो भी पीते हैं कुल्लर चाय लस्सी के बाद, बट what people here tell us that this dhaba, this restaurant had a very humble beginning, like about 30-35 years back. Mr. Mama Yadav began this restaurant on a ready, an eating place in Meerut. Slowly he grew, and now this chain of restaurants that he's opened in West UP and beyond, delicious food is just waiting for us. But for that, let's maybe speak to some other people who are having lunch here today on what they think about the West UP situation. So we have a family here which is from UP. आप UP में हैं, कहाँ से हैं आप?
हम लोग हैं चंदौसी संभल।
संभल से
जी।
तो संभल की सीट तो समाजवादी पार्टी की सीट है।
हाँ, लेकिन हम लोग जहाँ संभल डिस्ट्रिक्ट पे हैं, समाजवादी सीट से क्या फर्क पड़ता है, क्योंकि इस बार जो उनके अगेंस्ट खड़े हुए हैं वो शायद निकलने नहीं दें, है ना, क्योंकि भाजपा का जो इस वक्त का जो जोर है वो बर्क जी के बाद शायद वहाँ उनको स्थापित करे.
So he is talking about the Samajwadi Party sitting MP passed away. Now his grandson is fighting from a Sambhal seat, which is a very challenging seat for the BJP, क्योंकि मुस्लिम बहुल्य सीट भी है संभल.
मुस्लिम बहुल्य सीट है, लेकिन हम लोग तो चंदौसी को बिलोंग करते हैं, तो मोस्टली चंदौसी इज फिक्स्ड विद हिंदूज एंड most of the public goes with भाजपा ओनली.
भाजपा ओनली. पूरे वेस्ट यूपी में भी इस बार भाजपा का जोर कुछ ज़्यादा लग रहा है जब से आरएलडी साथ में आ गया.
हाँ, बिल्कुल ये बात कह सकते हैं, और मोस्ट प्रोबेबली इस बार शायद पिछली बार से ज़्यादा सीट हो.
पिछली बार से ज़्यादा सीट होंगी,
क्योंकि भाई whatever we are saying, the work, whatever is done by Modi ji and our this Yogi ji, it is all good. Everything is fine.
सब पार्टीज वुमेन वोटर को भी वो कर रही है. मैम, आपको क्या लगता है किस वुमेन का क्या इशू है यूपी में? आपको क्या लगता है क्या होना चाहिए वुमेन के लिए, क्या करना चाहिए किसी का सरकार?
फर्स्ट ऑफ तो सेफ्टी के लिए होना चाहिए वुमेन्स की, और जॉब्स के लिए, सेफ्टी के लिए.
सेफ्टी आपको लगता है कुछ इम्प्रूव हुई है यूपी में? आपको ऐसा फर्क लगता है?
बहुत हुई है, बहुत हुई है. अभी तो काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट आया है सेफ्टी में वुमेन्स जी.
और हम तो चाहते ही हैं कि भाई वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट जिसकी बात करते हैं वो और आगे बढ़े. एंड इवन इस जब से हम भाजपा में हैं या भाजपा युग शुरू हुआ है, तब से वुमेन्स आर ऑल्सो फॉरवर्डेड देन बिफोर, एंड इवन द एम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट ऑल्सो गेट्स हाई if we see back, and hopefully rest after 24 means this after this election we will see what changes we will see now, maybe far better than before.
So people here having food alongside our table at Mama Yadav Dhaba clearly say that it seems like a mood for the BJP this time, and this gentleman from Sambhal, which is a seat of the Samajwadi Party, sitting seat of the Samajwadi Party, but still he's saying that BJP is expected to be strong there. And this delicious food which was waiting for us, me and Arjun will now have it, and our trip to Western UP for the last 3 days was quite a revelation, and we'll have more in the coming days to tell you which way the election in West UP is going. For now, let's have some food, and let's have Arjun is still shooting, but I'll just try and have this Nargasi kofta, which they say is very, very famous here, and especially this kadhai paneer, which also they say is something that everyone who comes to Mama Yadav Dhaba orders, and the name Mama Yadav and also Yadavs are very, very key to UP's politics in UP, in West UP especially, and we are today, it's okay, and we are now tasting what the speciality that they offer, and let's have a bite of the Nargasi kofta and the kadhai paneer. पूरा वेस्ट यूपी का कड़क टेस्ट है, जो कि यहाँ के लोगों में भी दिखता है और यहाँ के खाने में भी दिखता है. Along with Arjun Singh, this is Aman Sharma from West UP for CNN News 18.
It's a simple thing. Why is there no AFSPA in Karnataka? Why is there no AFSPA in Andhra Pradesh or in Maharashtra? Because the situation there does not warrant the need for an Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Whereas in Kashmir, there was a situation, there certainly was a situation which warranted the need to keep AFSPA.
Remember, viewers, Ansari has immense political clout over the Muslim vote, not just in Banda but across Uttar Pradesh. Was it this, that the opposition should be seen to be siding with this A-grade thug?
The courts have also remarked that why are you coming to us now when it was your own lackadaisical attitude? You didn't respond to the IT notices in the past. Maybe you thought you could get away with it. Why are you playing the political victim card here? Is it not Congress's own doing if you couldn't handle your tax matters? What does this have to do with democracy?
The Enforcement Directorate had sent 9 summons to him. You may call them illegal and unlawful, but if you and I were summoned, if the common man was summoned by the Enforcement Directorate or any other agency, we could not have gotten away by calling it unlawful and illegal.
Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. It's been 10 days since Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was arrested in the Liquorgate scam by the ED. Now, yesterday the Delhi Chief Minister was sent to judicial custody till April 15. So that's another 2 weeks. In its statement yesterday, in fact, the ED stated that the Chief Minister has been evasive in his replies and is concealing information relevant to the scam.